ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. آمين. أرسل محمد الهدى ورحمة. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وما أرسلناك إلا رحمة للعالمين. وأشهد إني أنا مسرور جدا للعالمين. أولا أشكر الله شكرا أنه منحني هذه الفرصة الثمينة. الحمد لله الحمد لله على كل حال. يا أيها الإخوة، أولا وقبل كل شيء أود أن ألفت انتباهكم إلى تاريخ النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. يوم بقى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم بكاء شديدا لما علم من ذئاب الكفار إحدى من المأركات، حينما رآه أصحابه باكيا فقالوا يا رسول الله لما تبكي يا رسول الله وهم أطفال من إحدى المأركات إحدى الكفار. فحمر وجه رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم فقال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم معاذ مولود يولد على الفطرة. هذا رحمة رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. يا أيها الإخوة، أرسل تبارك وتعالى محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم رحمة للعالمين. فقال الله سبحانه وتعالى في القرآن الكريم وما أرسلناك إلا رحمة للعالمين. نعم، هي رحمة للإنسان والحيوان والجمادات. يصفه ربه فيقول فبما رحمة من الله لنت لهم ولو كنت فظا غليظ القلب لانفضوا من حولك. فالرحمة وصفة له فهي عنوانه وهي سمته التي يعرف بها. فقلوب الناس تهواه وتغشاه وتحبه لأنه الرحمة. بعثت بالرحمة والعطف والحنان وبعثت بالرفق واللين، فما أرحمه من النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. يا أيها الإخوة، فهذه سيرة الأثر مليئة بالمشاهد الدالة على رحمة رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. يسير يوما من الأيام خارج مكة فإذا به يجد عجوزة تحمل حطب على رأسها قد أنهكها تعد وشك عليها بعض الطريق وعلمتها حرارة الشمس. فلما رأى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم حالها ورحمها هو أبو الرحمن فقال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يا خالة آخذ معك هذا الحطب إلى بيتها. ففرحت وسرت فأتته صلى الله عليه وسلم الحطب فحمله عنها حتى وصل إلى بيتها. يا معاشر السادة، أليست هذه هي الرحمة؟ أهناك أحد وصلت به رحمته على هذا المستوى؟ أهناك رحمة تعدل هذا الرحمة؟ أي يعجز إنسان أحد رحمة كرحمة رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم؟ لا والله لا، وما رحمة رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم ولا غرابة. هو أبو الرحمن وهو من أرسل رحمة للعالمين. وقت هذا هو من أرسل رحمة للعالمين. أختتم كلامي هنا وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.
There is a space note. Coordinator B on the stage. ശ്രദ്ധിക്കുക, ഡിബേറ്റ് ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് മത്സരാർത്ഥികൾ എത്ര പെട്ടെന്ന് അവരുടെ കോൾ സ്വീകരിക്കേണ്ടതാണ്.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. بسم الله، الحمد لله، الصلاة والسلام على أشرف رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين، أما بعد. أيها الأساتذة الكرام والسامعون الإضاء، إني أنا مسرورا جدا بأن ألقي أمامكم خطبة وجيزة حول العنوان اللافت أهلا يا رمضان. أولا أشكر الله شكرا جزيلا لمنحني هذه الفرصة الثمينة. الحمد لله، الحمد لله على كل حال. الحمد لله الذي بفضله نستقبل شهر الرحمة والغفران، شهر رمضان المبارك. أهلا بك يا رمضان، شهر الصيام والقرآن، الشهر الذي يجتمع فيه المسلمون لتعزيز الروحانية وتحقيق التقرب إلى الله. إن رمضان فرصة لتطهير النفوس وتقوية الإرادة، حيث يمتنع المسلمون عن الطعام والشراب من الفجر حتى والغروب. هذا الصيام ليس مجد الامتناع عن الطعام، بل هو تجربة روحية تعلمنا الصبر وتحكم في شهوات الجسدية. إن رمضان فرصة لتقوية العلاقات الاجتماعية والتعاون. إن الإفطار، المشي والصلاة في جماعة يعززان رواتب المحبة والتأخي بين المسلمين. يشعر الإنسان في هذا الشهر بروح الإيمان والتضامن، مما يجعله يسعى لبذل المزيد في خدمة المجتمع ومساعدة المحتاجين. أهلا يا رمضان، الشهر الذي يشعرون بتواضع والشكر للنعم التي وهب الله علينا. نستعين هذا الشهر الفضيل لتحسين أخلاقنا وتطوير أنفسنا، ولنكن أفضل إصدارا لأنفسنا في شهر المبارك. فلنرحب برمضان بقلوب مفتوحة ونستعد لاستقباله والتوبة والعمل الصالح. أهلا يا رمضان، نسأل الله أن يجعله شكرا مليئا بالبركات والغفران. أيها الإخوة، إننا نعيش في زمن لا يعرف الناس، يعني أهلا يا رمضان. واجب علينا أيها الناس أهمية هذا الموضوع، لأننا طلاب الوفاة، نحن ندرس علوم الدينية وعلوم المادية، وبذلك نحمل على أكتافنا مسؤولية هذا الأمة. لا أريد إطالة كلامي هنا، واستمعوني بالختام. أختتم كلامي هنا وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.
Judges, please note, coordinator C on the stage.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. الحمد لله، الصلاة والسلام على أفضل رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين، أما بعد. أيها الأساتذة الكرام والسامعون العظام، إني أنا مسرور جدا بأن ألقي حمام خطبة وجيزة حول عنوان لافت: وما أرسلناك إلا رحمة للعالمين. نعم يا إخوان الكرام، قبل كل شيء أنا أدعو انتباهكم إلا بدعة طريقية من سيرة حبيب صلى الله عليه وسلم. وكان رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم مع أبي بكر رضي الله عنه، مع أبي بكر وعمر رضي الله عنه، دخلوا إلى بيت أنصار رضي الله عنه بشدة الجوع في الليل المظلم، على حين أخذ أنصار سكينا ليذبح رشا، فأمره رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم إياك والقلوب يعني لا تتبع الشاة ذات اللبن لا شعب أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم مالئ بالرحمة والمودة ومعلوق باللين والصفاء فلا نجد أي إلة وإياضة في الحياة المسيلة ولنستطيع أن نحد حوادث دلة على رحمة والقرابة لأنها هي تهوك قصاه مرحومة والميمونة. نعم هذا العنوان وما أرسلناك إلا رحمة للعالمين. أيكم في هذا أوقته لا تنزل المشكلة والكراهية وتنقص المحبة والرحمة حتى بين أقارب وأهل الأسرة والأصدقاء والجيران. وهذا خير ألا أقول أهي قولا عني حديثتي التي تقطع قلوب الإنسان نواهي العالم وتجمع الإنسانية فيزيكية في اللسك في جميع جوان. نعم يا إخوان الكرام إن ديننا الإسلام يعتبر إهياماً بليعاً عن الرحمة تدل عليه أيام قرآنية عديدة والأحاديث الشريفة قصيرة أن رحمة أساس الحياة السليمة في هذا العالم ونار من كل المشرك بعدم هذه الرحمة الواجبة بين إنسان يحياه في الإسلام. لا شك حياة المسلم الحقيقي بوجه رحمته والحبة لأن رسولنا هذه دل لنا شواهد مختلفة من الرحمة. وفاقنا الله أن نعيش مسلما حقيقا برحمته جازا يا امين يا رب العالمين. وارد اخوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين. السلام عليكم.
Judges, please note, code letter D on the stage.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على أشرف رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. أما بعد، أيها الأساتذة الكرام والسامعون الكرام، إني أنا مسرورا جدا بأن ألقي أمامكم خطبة وجيزة حول عنوان لافت أهلي يا شيطان. نعم يا إخوان، شهر رمضان شهر الصيام والقيامة وتلاوة القرآن، شهر العتق والغفران، الشهر الصدقات والإحسان وتضاعف الحسنات. وكان يقول رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم لأصحابه: إنه قد أتاك شهر رمضان، شهر يجد الله على عباده وينزل الرحمة ويحد الخطايا ويستجيب الدعاء، فأروا الله من أنفسكم خيرا، فإن الشقي من حرم في رحمة الله. نعم يا أيها الكرام، إن الإسلام يفضل الأمور على أمور، ويفضل الأنبياء، ويفضل الشهور على شهور. الأيام شهر رمضان. أختتم كلامي هنا وآخر الحمد لله رب العالمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Judges, please note. Next, coordinator E on the stage.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على أفضل رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين، أما بعد. أيها الأساتذة الكرام والطلبة الأحباء والحضار الكرام، إني أنا مسرور جدا لألقي إليكم كلمات قليلة حول العنوان اللافت الذي يلاحق في هذا الوقت الكريم. أهلا يا شهر رمضان. نعم يا إخوان الكرام، شهر رمضان شهر الصيام والقيام وتلاوة القرآن، شهر العتق والغفران، وشهر الصدقات والإحسان، وشهر تفتح أبواب الجنة وتضاعف فيه الحسنات. وقال يقول صلى الله عليه وسلم لأصحابه: إنه قد أتاكم شهر رمضان، شهر يجود الله به على عباده وينزل الرحمة ويخط الخطايا ويستجيب الدعاء. فأروا الله من أنفسكم خيرا، فأروا الله من أنفسكم خيرا، فإن الشقي من حرم فيه رحمة الله. إن الإسلام يفضل على سائر الشهور بفضائل شتى وعظائم مختلفة. كما يقول العلماء: مثل جميل الذي يشمل مكانة رمضان واستعداد رمضان، وشعبان ورمضان شهر السقايا، وشهر رمضان شهر الحصاد. نعم يا إخوان، فكم منا نحفظ هذه الاعتبار الكبيرة، وكم منا نتبع هذا الترتيب السديد. هذا سؤال هام: لماذا يجد في هذه المكانة؟ لا أريد لطولة كلامي أختتم كلامي هنا، وآخر دعوتي أن الحمد لله رب العالمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.
Judges, please note. Final coordinator F on the stage. വിദ്യാർത്ഥികൾ ശ്രദ്ധിക്കുക. ഡിബേറ്റ് ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് മത്സരത്തിലുള്ള വിദ്യാർത്ഥികൾ എത്ര പേർക്കാണ് രജിസ്ട്രേഷൻ കൈപ്പറ്റേണ്ടതാണ്.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. فيا أيها الأساتذة الكرام والسامعون الكرام، وما أرسلناك إلا رحمة للعالمين. هذا هو عنوان لقائنا مع حضراتكم في هذه الحفلة المباركة العاطرة. فيا أحبتي في الله، أولا وقبل كل شيء أود أن أنتقل بساعتكم إلى الحادث التي بقعت حياة رسولنا صلى الله عليه وسلم. أيها الأخوان المؤمنون، إن الله عز وجل قسم بين الناس الأخلاق كما قسم بينهم الأرزاق. جعل الله تعالى من رحيم المسلم، وجعل الله تعالى من عليقة الطعام، وجعل الله تعالى منهم الكريم، وجعل الله تعالى منهم البخيل. والله يتجلم ويقسم في هذه الأخلاق، ويأمر الله تعالى بها ولجميع صالح الأخلاق، وإن لم أحسن الأخلاق، والتي وصف الله تعالى من النبي هم الصلاة والسلام. وقال الله تعالى عز وجل، وقال سبحانه وتعالى، وقال: فبما رحمة الله لكم. فقال جل وعلا: لقد جاءكم رسول عزيز ما عليكم إنك رؤوف رحيم. فبما رحمة الله لكم انطلاق عني فإنك لم تصب مصيبتي فإن لم تهدي بما خبروا. مر النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يوم بامرئة وهي تبكي ليتنفس عند قبرها لن تستطيع أن تربط مشاعرها. قال صلى الله عليه وسلم اصبري وهي من شدة على أصابها من الهم والغم على بلدها لم تعرف النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. قالت عليكم عني فإنك لم تصب مصيبتي أنت لو مات كما بلدك بلدي جزءا جزئين. فتركهما عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم فقال فتركنا النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم فأذهب وجاءها من قال ويحك أتدين ما كيف تردي هذا مرض هذا رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. فقامت لها وسمئتها وثيابها ومنظر تجر دخولها من همها وغمها إلى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. أيا معاشر السادة انظروا يا شباب الإسلام انظروا يا شباب الإسلام أيا معاشر السادة وكما كلنا نعلم إننا في هذا الزمن لا يعرف الناس أغنياء وما أرسلناك إلا رحمة للعالمين نحن طلاب الأوفى وعلوم ديننا وعلوم مادية والله يتولنا وينصرنا. واختتم كلامي وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.
ഇതോടുകൂടി സ്പീച്ച് അറബിക് മത്സരം ഇവിടെ അവസാനിച്ചിരിക്കുന്നു. അടുത്തതായി വേദിയിൽ ഡിബേറ്റ് ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് മത്സരമാണ്. വിദ്യാർത്ഥികൾ എത്ര പെട്ടെന്ന് തയ്യാറാക്കുക. ശ്രദ്ധിക്കുക, കോഡ് ലെറ്റർ 316 ഇതുവരെ റിപ്പോർട്ട് ചെയ്യപ്പെട്ടിട്ടില്ല.
ഏതായാലും മത്സരം ആൻഡ്രോയിഡ് ഏതായാലും മത്സരം പറ്റില്ല.
ശ്രദ്ധിക്കുക, ചെസ് നമ്പർ 316 ഇതുവരെ റിപ്പോർട്ട് ചെയ്യപ്പെട്ടിട്ടില്ല. അല്ലാത്ത പക്ഷം പരിപാടി ക്യാൻസൽ ചെയ്യപ്പെടുന്നതാണ്.
Vera Nada.
വേദിയിൽ ഡിബേറ്റ് ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് മത്സരം ആരംഭിക്കാൻ പോവുകയാണ്. വിദ്യാർത്ഥികൾ ശ്രദ്ധിക്കുക, ചെസ് നമ്പർ 316 ഇതുവരെ രജിസ്ട്രേഷൻ ചെയ്യപ്പെട്ടിട്ടില്ല. അല്ലാത്ത പക്ഷം പരിപാടി ക്യാൻസൽ ചെയ്യപ്പെടുന്നതാണ്. മത്സരാർത്ഥികളും ടീം ലീഡർമാരും ശ്രദ്ധിക്കുക. സെസ് നമ്പർ 316 ഇതുവരെ റിപ്പോർട്ട് ചെയ്യപ്പെട്ടിട്ടില്ല. അല്ലാത്ത പക്ഷം പരിപാടി ക്യാൻസൽ ചെയ്യപ്പെടുന്നതാണ്.
അടിക്കുന്ന ലൈവ് കിട്ടിയില്ല.
ശ്രദ്ധിക്കുക. ചെസ് നമ്പർ 316 പരിപാടി ക്യാൻസൽ ചെയ്യപ്പെട്ടിരിക്കുന്നു. വേദിയിൽ ഡിബേറ്റ് ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് മത്സരം ആരംഭിക്കാൻ പോവുകയാണ്. അടുത്തതായി വേദിയിൽ കോൺവെർസേഷൻ അറബിക് മത്സരമാണ്. വിദ്യാർത്ഥികൾ എത്ര പെട്ടെന്ന് അവരുടെ കോൾ സ്വീകരിക്കേണ്ടതാണ്.
ആള് 2 MTV.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear participants, let's begin. The topic is current India. Here in front of us there are two teams. First team for and second is against. Let's debate. In the first chance, everyone should present their topics for and against. Everyone should 3 or 5 minutes. Your choice. Okay, let's begin. No problem.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. بسم الله الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على أشرف رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد. Teachers, my friends. Today we are gathered here to debate on the topic current India. We all know we are living we are in India. As well we know that India is a developing country. It's not developed, but it is coming to developing. It's a path of developing. And in the past, we have in economic growth, we are very backward. But in the current situation, we are going to a high range. As per the reports of the IMF, the other countries like America, China, and European Union, whether losing or they trapped or they stopped their economic growth because of their poverty and their main value of their money or their economics. But in this current situation, the India is growing fastly in the economic growth. Yes, in this method we can understand that India is developing the great, and so India is developing. And the second case is the case of export. In the case of export also, the India is growing very fastly. The exporting rate of the India is higher than 60. In this case, we can understand that if the export is increased, the working rate of the people will increase. It means we getting the more job opportunities. In the people of India getting more opportunity in this case, and it also increase the GDP of our country. And we also have a digital range, high range of digital range. It means, example, Jio. In the all and every city, we have a connection of internet in the cheap rate. It is a big achievement of India. In this case, we are having a developing country and we are being proud to be an Indian. Because the countries where developing, the GDP rate is increasing, the exporting rate is increasing, the digital range is increasing, every side of the country are increasing. And the poverty, also in the same case, the poverty is decreasing. It means we can understand that our country is now becoming a developing. Sorry.
Then anyone from against group?
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. بسم الله الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على أفضل رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد. Today we are gathered here for a topic for a debate on a relevant topic called India. As we know, everything had its good days and its bad days. So the current India, we know India is developing, is right. But India is facing a big problem like poverty. Yes, sir, poverty is decreasing. But as we look in this current India, in this century also, India have a higher rate of poverty. There are many people under poverty. The government introduced many projects, but if we look in its existence, there are having many corruptions and it's deflecting on the poverty. So poverty rate is not decreasing in India. Like that, we want to discuss about the education of India. We know India is providing education for everyone. But if we look in the rural areas, we can see that many people are not getting a proper education and skill development. Especially in the northern side of India, there are many students who didn't get proper education. So if they didn't have a proper education, they can work for a great. They didn't have a great future. Like the two other problems, India is also facing unemployment. Even in this century, many young people are looking for jobs, but they didn't found it in India. So they are leaving the country and going to foreign countries. This is also a big problem for India because India's work rate will decrease if they do so. So as a developing nation, India had to develop more in this current situation. Like the poverty, unemployment, education, we also want to look at the health facilities of India. There are many government hospitals which didn't have any much health facilities to provide for the people. In the northern part of India, there are many hospitals with the lack of doctors in it. Even in Kerala, many hospitals were struggling with the availability of oxygen. The supply of oxygen was decreasing in Kerala nowadays. So, I'm concluding my words here.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in, amma ba'd. Today we are engaged here to debate about the current India. All we know that India is a developed country and it is not a developed country. Sari says that there were many problems by the northern part of the India and the other part of India. By the way, it is a problem, but we can't take it a big problem because India is a developing country and it was a developing. By the way, after some days it will be have finished by the Indian government because Indian government is giving new projects, giving drinking water, giving food, other new projects. By the way, one day by day. In Odisha, Rajasthan, like that place, they are giving daily drinking water for free to the poor people. Like that, the problems are finishing day by day by the Indian government as they can. And India is developing their country in science and technology. When we are looking to Indian science, they have finished Chandrayaan 1, 2 and Aditya, like that. They are entered in moon and the nearby the sun. It is a big It is a big leg by the when big leg by when we are in India. And when you are looking to India, the India is fully by technology and other things. In mobile phone and to looking auto rickshaws, they are developing the to us in electric and other car, Tata, it was electric and other scooters, all are coming electric. And it was developing day by day, it more than more. By the way, I want to tell that India is good when looking in a positive mind. When you are looking in India as a negative mind, it is very bad and it is going very down. I want to tell this and I conclude.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Respected teachers and my dear friends, we all are gathered today here for a debate on a topic on current India. In the theoretical form, India is a developing country, India is a more developing country and more technical country, etc. etc. But in the actions, India is not a secular country, India is not a democratical country. But in the theoretical, India is a democratical country, secular country, freedom for religion, etc. etc. But in the reality, India is not giving the freedom for religion and secularism. For the big example, now we all know that the India is destroying the mosques and the temples. India is only concentrating on the one religion and making it a secularism. The main point, we all know that the reason happened about the Babri Masjid. The Indian government is helping for the Hindus to create temple on the place in the masjid. We all know that the recently news about the Gangwapi Masjid. Like that, every masjid in India is being destroyed due to the party of BJP and RSS. They all have destroyed the Muslim community. India is the number one population country in the world, but the vast majority of people are the non-Muslims, and the minority of Muslims is becoming minority. The Muslims are getting inequality and injustice, and the Muslims are suffering from dangerous actions of the non-Muslims. Here, India is being developed country, etc. But India is not developing by actions, but India is developing by the theory. I'm concluding my words. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah wa ala alihi ajma'in. Today we are engaged the topic about current India. The government has passed a number of laws that greatly violate the Constitution's guarantees of freedom of speech, assembly, and religion. The government has been assumed of using excessive force against its own citizens, including protesters and journalists. The government has been accused of failing to protect the rights of minorities, such as Muslims and Christians. The country has held regular elections, which is a key sign of democracy. The judiciary has been relatively independent and has sometimes ruled against the government. The government has made some progress in improving the lives of its citizens, such as by reducing poverty and improving education. I conclude my words.
Okay, both team debated well, and this is your open chance. Those who wants to opposite or do something, or talk something, you can.
I want to say to answer that you told that India is being developing country, and my question is that there are lots of students here in India with lack of education. Then how can you say the India is becoming developing? And mainly we know to the Andhra Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh, there are lots of poor people who are not getting education, and they are being laboring as a child labor, and it is a very crime in India, and you are not and the government is not taking the actions, etc. What's your opinion about that?
Okay, you tell that in Andhra Pradesh the students have no education and the post schools. First of all, I tell that India is a developing country, not developed. When it is developed, it will be fully all places. It will be in schools and other buildings. Then only the country tells that it was developed country. When the developing country is known about that, it was developing by day by day. When you are looking some months ago in Rajasthan, the government have established more than 1 or 2 schools at the Rajasthan, and in Assam and other. When you are looking in places to other, they are making school day by day. Why in Talparamba, in my place, in 1 year they established 2 or 3 schools in my place. There are making schools in this all time, but we are not seeing all this, and we can't tell that the government has not taking any actions to the government has do that can, because the India GDP is increasing day by day, and it is a good thing, but India's income is not more than other countries, and for that India is doing all exporting and other thing for to increase the income of the man. And as all that, I want to tell that India is a developing country, not developed country.
See, my question, the answer is not perfect. Question is that there is no problem for the schools or etc. There are lots of schools and hospitals and universities, but the India is not focusing for the Muslim students. Like in Andhra Pradesh recently, there are lots of students kicked out from a school because their religion is Muslim. I'm telling about that. But there are lots of schools and places. The issue is not about the schools or the universities, but the issue is about the government that is not supporting the Muslim students. Recently, a student made a suicide he did not get the exam results because he is a Muslim. So that's my question.
Okay, you see that, but you see an un-Muslim was kicked out from schools, and the un-Muslims are suicide from schools. By this, the religion problems will come in smallly in India because the India is united for all religion, and that will come some problems like suiciding, kick outing, like that. But we did not look in only in Muslims. In Muslims, they are kick outing some people, but in other un-Muslims, they are kick outing and suiciding, other things, all like that. And I want to tell that in looking religion, India have small problems by religions, but it is not by the government. It's by the people of India. And if you want to be solved by people in India, and government will be not responsible for that by the people. But there are, but the government will be involved in this in small case.
As I said earlier, unemployment is a big problem in front of our India because there are many people who are graduated from great universities and they didn't get any secure job in India. If we look into the future, the AI is ready for its arrival. Over 3 to 5 years, it will be established in every part of the world. So, at that time, over 40% of people will lose their jobs. So, it is a big problem in front of a developing country like India to secure job security for their people. Then, as my friend Ansar said earlier, that's not a big problem. India is developing in the field of researches like science and technology. That's not only the security for the nations. Then if a nation wants to stand a long time, they need to develop their resources. Like they need to educate their people, they need to give their job securities, they need to secure their people's life, health and health.
Is a question if the AI will destroy the job opportunities of the people. Yes, it has a solution, or it has a direct solution that. In this graph, we can understand that the exporting rate of the India, it is very low in the first case, and in the Atlas 2023 and 2024 is greatly higher. In the people, the AI can't export the things. Only the man or the people can export the things. That's why if the exporting rate of the India is increasing, then overlay the job opportunity also will increase. And you already said the poverty is a main problem and the loss of job opportunities. The poverty alleviation program in India is very successful. Between last 15 years, the India removed 41.5% of poor people in that case. Now they were in a medium class. They are run out from the poor situation, and they are getting the more education. The students or the scholars getting the midday meal from the schools, and they are also getting more educated. And they were making their brain to more powerful, and they were making new projects and new things to the world. Then the AI is not the problem, or it is not a brick in front of us. The AI is developing, it is also the development of the country. The AI development is also the development of country. And in the same case, the people get the job opportunities also. And we can understand that many students were getting more education in the small level. Because in the case of Kerala to Kanyakumari to Kashmir, the students must study up to 10th class. If they didn't study, the parents will get call from the child labor, or there will be problems or cases from the stations. Okay? And you said that the job facilities were decreasing. It is now. The developing countries always getting more job opportunities. The AI is not a problem. Artificial intelligence is not a problem amongst them. And my friend Azim said that the Muslim people were getting beaten from the government or the democratic. As per we believe in our constitution. As constitution said, the people get their freedom, or it is also giving us that the secularism. As that the Supreme Court judges that it is the place of the Babri Masjid is not for Babri Masjid, it is for Rama Kshetra. That's why it is done to them. And in the same case, the government give 15 acres of place to the Muslim people for making new masjid. As we believe that the Supreme Court is the highest powered court, that's why they have a high judgment. Therefore, they give us the correct judgment. Okay. And also in the same case, the GDP level of the India is growing. The people getting more job opportunities, the economic rate of the India is increasing, the better roads, bridges and railway were coming to India. As our present Prime Minister Narendra Modi, he established a project Bharat Mala. It means the establishing a more roads in India, to Kanyakumari to Kashmir. In the same case, we can understand it was joining, and it will remove the traffic jams in the roads. And for that project, India gave $130 million. It means around 185.38 crore for making roads. In this case, we can understand the current India is developing more and more. And I have a question that you people say that the Muslims were beaten by the democratic. How?
See, actually, I am not saying about the democracy. The Muslims are beaten by peoples. I am saying that. I didn't told about the democracy. See, I use that government because if government have a choice to protect Muslims, they can do that. But they are not protecting Muslims. Like they are protecting Hindus. You know that they are giving more securities and more priorities for Hindus. Then why they are not giving for Muslims? India is a country for all religion, and
equality for all religions.
Who said the government is didn't giving the more presence to the Muslims? In the case of Muslim OBC, it is giving that the OBC means the Muslim people getting or the minority people getting more advantage in the country. How, all type of securities are given by the Indian government and India. Yes, we can understand that if a person who were defeated by a man,
they are not able to defeat that BJP because BJP, Indian government is a BJP party. So this government, what they can do, what they can do that.
in the same case, the opposition party UDF is doing against them. It is a democratic country, therefore there are many parties, and there is a problem that having.
I don't say that AI will take every job opportunities. I said in the future, it can take over 40% of job opportunities, like the drivers, because autopilot mode is available now also. So, my question is to answer. You said earlier that India is developing the field of science a lot, like they have in the research of moon, they sent Chandrayaan, and for the research of sun, they sent Aditya L1. But what if the India is only giving 6% of its income for education? What about that case?
I already tell that India has no more than income, and when it is developing more than more, and it will be give more.
In that income, India's expense only 6%. What will
I want Sterling. Okay. More India will give more in education. By the way, day by day. I told you that the school is establishing more than more, and the teachers is more than coming from by the educated from India itself, and India having more universities and other things, and it is developing day by day, and after some days the 6% will be not be anything, and India not want to be an education only. India want to be in other in military and other science and exporting and importing and other in all things they want to be in developed. Then only a country will be developed. Not only in education developed. The India country not developed in full. It want to be developed in all things. And India giving more say protect to Allah and giving more more power to military, and to it is to save us, not to be there. Okay.
You know that even in the India is giving 40% of income for the defense. I mean for military services, etc. India can provide at least 10% in the field of education. If they provide so, the education will become a high quality education and the students can make more achievements in their future. Even in the small state called Kerala. We all know that Kerala have a big number of debt. Even though Kerala have done a program called Nava Kerala Sadhas. They have given a lot of money for that. Even for their bus, they have given 1.5 crore, I think so. So, when a time of debt, why is the government is playing with the people's money not for their development?
Okay. You tell that giving 40% of to military because the China and Pakistan are our near countries, and Pakistan is an enemy also. In this case, we want to be more security in military and other things. Because when they are attacking, it will be more problems in peoples and our country. That's why the India is developing in military and other things.
Okay, let's welcome here. Everyone discussed the topics very well, and we have discussed major sectors of India. Education, security, unemployment, and others. Then last, everyone should conclude within 2 minutes. Okay.
Okay. In conclusion, I want to tell that India will be developed in some more years, and it will be developed country after some years. And they are doing for that in day and night to our peoples. And they are making more hard work for this and giving people's the safety and the education and other things. After that, I want to tell that we did not look in India as a negative mind only. We want to look in a positive mind. Then we can see more very highly projects and other things doing by the government. And we can see the poor people are being decreasing and other things. When you are looking only in a negative mind, we can't see anything.
Before conclusion, I have said that my friend Salim that you have said that the 40% of the income was given to the defense. And the 6% only to the education. In the education case, there is a private and the government. But in the case of defense, the only government. That's why they are giving or they are investing more in the defense. And in the case of education, the students getting more education. The schools also, they also getting the midday meals. And in the case of poverty, the India is run out from they are get out from the poor situations. The poverty level of the India is going decreasing. In the same case, the GDP level of the India is growing fastly. And at the report of the IMF, if India move like this, before 5 years or around 2030, the India will become in the third place in the world economic rate. And in the rate of exporting rate, also India is very developed. The many products in India were exported to the countries like America, Afghanistan, Uzbekistan, etc. In the last year, we know that the growth of the world is 3.1%. In the same case, the America's growth is around 2.31%, and the China is 1.72. In the same case, the India's developing rate is 7. In this case, we can understand that India is being a developing country, and before having some year, India will become a developed country. And also in India, throughout the India, there are many traveling ways like railway and roadways. India is giving, or they are more focusing on to India be a developed. Therefore, as my opinion, India is a good position in the current. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Concluding the words, the Indian government is very bad. The world, like religion is in our religion, Muslims very badly thinking, and the Babri Masjid destroyed. Very so far the Muslim nothing to against for this. India is very popular high level country. There's nothing we can not do the same problem. Concluding my words, alhamdulillah rabbil alamin.
In conclusion, we current India is only a theoretical democratic country, but in the action, India is not a really democratic country, in my opinion. At the last, India should go on as the democracy is written, and India should give equal justice, equal rights, equal education for every religion and every communities and every tribes. India should promote every religion, and not only the one religion or the basis of religion. India should support everyone regardless of their religious background. India should give healthcare, India should give education, disaster relief, and to communities regardless of their religious background. But nowadays India is only focusing on some religion, regardless of faith. But India should do regardless of their religious background. In my opinion, India should be more improved, not only in the development of cities, roads, trains, etc., but in the development of democratic system. I am concluding my words. Assalamu alaikum.
As an Indian, if India provide more education, more health facilities, more skill development programs, as if they stop the corruption inside the government, India can develop quite speedily in the future. We can also see not only in the democratic field. In the sports field, India is very backward. As if we think in the AFC Asian Cup, India had disqualified. They can't even score a goal in all 3 matches. They have been defeated by several teams, and we have many hope for the Indian team. But India hadn't developed at that level. Unlike that, the cricket is developed in India, but many sports field are very backward currently in India. So, if the government took great decisions on every field of India, India will be a great country for every people, and it will become the number 1. Let me conclude my words here. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, congratulations, bro.
ഇതാണ് കോടി.